Hello, folks, it's your old pal, the RightHandofDoom. How have you been doing? That's wonderful, no one cares. Listen, you've probably been wondering where the hell has he been? Well, Mr. Widemouth is still here.
Hey, you mentioned me.
That's right, you little scuzzbucket. Anyway, no, I've been pretty busy lately. That's right, incredibly, absolutely busy being lazy. I'll admit it, I haven't been at 100%. But that all changes, and do you know why, ladies and gentlemen? It's because it's October. Or as we call it in my family, Halloween month. That's right, the month of Halloween. Now I really don't have time to go as all out as some of the other narrators, and while I could have planned something, I'm terrible at plans. Just ask anyone.
Well, that's not entirely true.
It's somewhat true. I want to hear from you, the viewers, the listeners, what you'd like to see this Halloween. And please, for all that's holy, nothing stupid, okay? I'm not gonna be going out in some frilly dress and asking people to sign my ass. Not gonna do it. Just not.
Who asked you to do that?
I'm setting some guidelines here. Do you mind? Anyway, I also want to point out to you guys that Seekers for a Cure is still ongoing. I'd like to give a huge thank you to Morbid Butterfly, Arcane Razil, DimensionBucket, and Derek Pineapple Trees. You guys have been immensely helpful. And to everyone involved, I want to thank you all as well. Yes, it's been really slow coming, and I realize that some of you may be grumbling under your breath about, this crap again. But we really want to make sure that this is done right, because we owe it to you all. And mostly, we want to make sure that you get the bang for your buck, because when you hear the pristine sounds of a Holder story coming to you from your speakers, you're going to be so moved by how creepy it is, you're just going to want to dump all of your money. Believe you me, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be slow, but it's gonna happen. On a related note, I've been working on a project for a while, with a Theatre Obscurum.
That's still going.
Yes, it's still going. The Theatre Obscurum has had a few bumps, shall we say, in the road. But thankfully we've all come together and have worked incredibly hard on a new work. Something I wrote myself, called Dinner with Death. It's going to be a 2-episode mini-series of sorts. It's all going to be an audio drama, and it's going to be consisting of 2 parts each. The second episode is going to be substantially longer. However, I'm happy to report that not only is the audio done, but the only thing we're waiting for is artwork. In fact, episode 1 is completed and will be appearing on a Theatre Obscurum soon. I'm hoping by the 2nd week of October. And if all goes according to plan, by the 4th week of October, we should also have the 2nd episode. But I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yep. On top of that, I've got another project that I'm kind of working on, as well as the writing on the side, as I'm trying to write as much as possible. I don't have as much time as I'd like, but good thing for you folks, I'm still doing it. I'm working on something that just came to mind not too long ago. It's an overarching theme, a storyline, within the narrations that I already do. You've seen tidbits of that. If you go back and look at The Rake, there's a hint at that. If you look at The Guardian, there's another hint at that. I'm adding my own narrative to what would seem like one-shot stories for an overarching storyline. And I'm hoping to have written by November, and hopefully done by December for a Christmas treat for all of you. A story full of adventure, full of action, horror, and generally a good old time.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
Good question. Oh. I'm thinking, what's more famous in the creepypasta community than Jeff the Killer?
Slenderman? Me? No, what? Oh, it's Jeff.
Anyway, folks, yep, that's right. I've got plans to see if I can take that story and make it a Hellboy versus story. And now, you might already think you know what's gonna come. You already think, oh, that's not gonna work. Don't worry. Trust your old pal Doom. He's gonna get it done, and he's gonna get it done right. On top of which, it's not gonna be what you think. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
So I'm gonna get MCP today?
I don't know. That's rude. Stop asking questions. Sorry about that. But speaking of Mr. Widemouth, and how he keeps interrupting me, there's another something that you could look out for. It's currently not on YouTube, but it is on a blog spot, and I will have the link down below. And it is also on iTunes. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the Doomcast. Now, I've only got 2 episodes up, and they've been there for a while, kind of collecting dust. But I want to see if I can start doing some editing for it and working on it for you guys. Part of the reason I want to do this is because it's mostly for fun, shits and giggles.
What can they expect on the show?
Me yelling at you a lot. I mean, me yelling at Mr. Widemouth a lot. Like a lot. And as well as other appearances from most of the figments inside my head. You'll get the picture when you start listening to it, if you decide to listen to it. But please, do so. Please, leave me some feedback. Tell me how much it sucks. Tell me how wonderful it is. Tell me how you want to have your babies. Tell me whatever it is you want. And I'll see if I continue going with it. And if it gets popular enough, I'll keep doing it as a regular thing, probably on a monthly basis, because podcasts are incredibly difficult to run. Just ask Night Vale, or No Sleep, or any other of those podcasts that I don't really listen to all that much.
You totally listen to my blog.
Yeah, so what? I like the weather. Anyway, one other thing I'd like to mention to you folks is that I will be working on my channel as much as possible. Lately, work has been kicking my ass, but that's no excuse. Now, I'm not going to promise you I'm going to update once every day on Halloween. That's too much for me. I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to do once a week again. It's probably not likely. As you've probably been able to glean from my apparent lack of narrations on my channel recently, I haven't had exactly all the time in the world to work on it. But I will be working on it, and hopefully I can get back to a monthly basis. One whole story a month, and at least one different story. I know it's not much, you get a lot more elsewhere. But it's what I can promise you. So, thanks for stopping by and listening to me ramble. If you want to hear more rambling, though, seriously, check out the Doomcast. Tell me what you think.
We're really selling this, aren't you?
I want to know. Anyway, leave me your comments, suggestions, your phone numbers, your wedding pictures. Just leave it all on my YouTube. Oh, and for those of you who aren't aware, or those of you who use it or care, as you can tell, I don't like Facebook very much. But you know what I do love? Not only the CPN, but I love Tumblr. I'll leave the link down below, so you can have my Tumblr page. Scroll through. Leave me hate mail. Leave me love notes. Don't leave me love notes. Razil will kill you. I mean, not because... Anyway, leave me chocolates. Leave me anything you want in my ask box. Leave me anything you want in my ask box. I'll get to it eventually. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for your time, which I've wasted enough of. Have a wonderful evening. And as always, sweet dreams and pleasant nightmares.
Oh, good. He hasn't stopped recording yet. So, folks, one last thing I want to tell you to do. One humble old man to another humble bunch of old people. Go check out the people that he mentioned, including MoosedUpProductions, Wandering Scarecrow, Arcane Razil, the Luke May, DimensionBucket, who I have to say he's absolutely wonderful because he does me and he does it so well. I also want to point out that you should check out Cat of Carnival when you can. If you can. Totally look into it. There's a few others. I can't remember. Prune Juice is starting to kick in, so I'll just see myself out. Thank you so much for your time. Oh boy. That really hit my stomach.
Well, thank you for this little sample of the Doomcast. This is kind of what it looks like, and kind of what it feels like. It's all Doom, doing the same voices, except for me. I am in fact a different completely person from Doom. I am Mr. Wildmouth, as you all know. But that's beside the point. He does a lot of funny, weird things and a lot of voices, and, well, sometimes people like that kind of thing, I guess. I don't know what's wrong with him either, but hey, it works, right? So go check it out and let him know, because he really kind of wants to know. And quite personally, I want to know, because I want to know how popular I can get. I'll be more popular than you, Jeff. Anyway, thank you so much for your time.
Hey, Wide Mouth,
Oh, yes?
what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm not doing anything.
Will you get out of my booth?
Okay, fine, geez. Okay, that's it. We're done.
Sorry, folks, this is way too long. See ya.